with only one of them walking away in first place. Hello everyone, I'm J.Y. Abone alongside Maria Mateus, and Maria, it's been a lot of fun now after every team has put a win on the board to see how they're adjusting to our format.
And every player on every team is playing so much better, and they're having a lot more fun, and it's so much more entertaining for us too. The rules that I'm always looking at is that one serve, trying to use that underhand serve. Clean winners, 2 points. You got to go for those, but not go for too much. And I'm also looking at the coaches using those substitutions, using timeouts, and knowing how to manage momentum shifts.
You know, and across this 70 minutes of total play, men's singles, women's singles, all three doubles formats, we've been looking at Coach Pritchard from the Freeze on how he's been managing the lineups, especially with Raul and Carew.
Yes, and Raul and Sion have been doing incredible, but Carew played a lot better last arc, and he's showing us why he's that #1 draft pick. He started out thinking a little bit too much about the format and about the rules, and now he's really just playing that tennis that makes him so good. Going around that forehand return, attacking with that backhand, staying really far inside the line, finding his way to the net, showing us what he's really made of, JY. And on Team Rise, Carson Tangulia, I mean, she's just been such a force for her team. She always thinks 2 shots ahead. She has so much variety. Look at that lob, and she will use slices. She attacks returns, and she likes to step in, which makes her very, very important for Team Rise.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see it because, you know, Carson's the #1 overall female right now. Sion #5. We'll see which one will come out on top. It's going to be an important matchup. When we come back, we're going to be one step closer to watching these two teams go at it. Teams that are battling for first place tonight. We got the Freeze versus the Rise.
Kevin King tonight. He's playing a lot better, but he still needs to clean up some service errors and just some errors in general. But Carly Briggs has been playing great. Jamila Snells has been playing great. So all around, everyone in the team needs to play better, but they're getting there. For Team Freeze, Simon Pritchard, Raul Garcia, and Sion Mendez, just incredible for their teams. Carew's playing a lot better. I hope Fernanda Navarro can raise her level just a little bit. That will make their team extremely dangerous.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, especially with Raul Garcia, #2 overall when averaging in the plus minuses in doubles. doing a great job. And then, as we mentioned earlier, the Sion Mendez-Carson Tango League matchup, that's going to be a really important one. But before we get this started, let's go meet the third member of our team, who's with Coach Pritchard and Kelly Kroll.
Thank you so much, JY. Well, Coach Pritchard, you're coming up two very good wins. How would you evaluate?
Saludos, mi gente, y bienvenido a JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. Y como ustedes ven, le estoy trayendo hoy otro evento de tenis rápido. Estos formatos están modernizados para nuestro tiempo ahora en este siglo. Ya no es aburrido, donde usted tiene que estar calladito, que no puede decir una palabra, sino ahora usted puede agarrar y vocear si desea vocear. Si quiere gritar, puede gritar. Es más, es bienvenido en el nuevo deporte de tenis, forma rápida. Tienen varios juegos. Primero son 2 juegos donde participa un jugador contra otro jugador. Tienen 2 equipos. Ahora es tenis en equipo en vez de tenis individual. Entonces, cuando están jugando 2 secciones de 10 minutos, 1 a 1. Después vienen 2 sesiones de mujeres, 1 a 1. Después viene una sección de 10 minutos a donde juegan 2 hombres contra 2 hombres. Después viene otra sesión de 10 minutos donde juegan 2 mujeres contra 2 mujeres. Después viene la última sección, que es la quinta sesión de 10 minutos, donde juegan las parejas mezcladas, un hombre y una mujer contra un hombre y una mujer. Entonces, también los puntos a los fouls, la salida de bola, dependiendo de qué juego están jugando, tiene diferentes sitios. Les voy a ir explicando, así como vamos desarrollando en el juego. Con eso, les quiero decir muchas gracias por estar aquí, gracias por apoyarme, apóyeme más si puede con un gran me gusta ahora antes que se le olvide. Recuerden suscribirse al canal para que no se pierda eventos como estos. Y recuerden de escribir en el chat de dónde me visita y también qué le gusta a usted del tenis. Para yo así en el próximo evento, excúseme, darle un shout out, que viene siendo mencionar su nombre como una persona que está apoyando este canal. Con eso dicho, se le agradece mucho su atención. Y aquí regresamos al juego, mi gente. Y comenzó esto, pero
Jeez, what a start by Sion Mendez, +2 for the freeze.
So ya pueden ver que los freeze tienen 2 puntos. Entonces cuando se está jugando, mi gente, cuando se está jugando así, que están 1 a 1, ¿verdad? La parte afuera, cuando están sirviendo la bola por primera vez, es cuando la bola pasa de la primera raya que está en el medio, la que está a la horizontal. Cuando sirven la bola, como ella que la sirvió ahí, si esa bola había picado de este lado de la línea del centro, eso había sido largo. Eso que pasó ahora mismo, que la bola salió a la zona gris, a donde estaba la otra jugadora, eso también se considera largo. Y eso se pierde el punto el que hizo el foul. Entonces, a lo largo, a lo ancho, la parte afuera, cuando se está jugando 1 contra 1, o 1 contra 1, es la primera raya que tienen vertical a los lados. Cuando se está jugando en equipo, es la segunda raya que está afuera.
As Carson's going to try to run around, just misses that return wide.
Something that's standing out already, JY, is Team Freeze's energy. We saw them last arc, and they said they actually are trying to make things personal and talk a little smack and do all the things, and I think that's really helped them perform.
Ahí salió.
And the first point for the Rise.
Ahí estuvo afuera y fue el primer punto que cogieron Rise. Están viendo ahí como está 6 a 1. Eso no significa nada porque yo he visto equipos perder por 13 y venir a empatar el juego y ganarlo, mi gente.
They're moving on and playing. We got 2 10-minute men's singles balls. They're going to be following this all 3 doubles format.
Ese ahí había sido bonito un birdie, pero salió para afuera.
We've been doing that better with each arc.
Tiene dos
Right
Rice.
now it's got a 6-2 lead. And both of these teams battling for first place. Both
Eso fue
teams that
afuera.
won the championship after
Son
recent
tres.
performances. But tonight there will be a definite different mindset on each side of the court when they're done. Big forehand inside in, forces the air.
Fuera.
4 points in a
O
row.
a lo largo, ¿verdad? Si digo fuera, normalmente es horizontal. Cuando yo digo largo, es
Such a
vertical.
resume of success that she's
Pero
had,
también le puedo decir
especially in
fuera a
college
los dos.
tennis. She won both team
La
NCAAs
cosa es que se salió
and
la
doubles
bola de donde está
NCAAs,
supuesto
got
estar
to
jugando
compete in the
adentro.
US Open, and it's really cool to see how well she's performing on the singles court, J.Y.
Yeah, she's bringing an incredible amount of discipline on both sides of the court as Sion is try to go for inside out. Caution's going to float that backhand slice, and that one just off the back of the line, and that's going to be another point for the freeze. Mendez was last year's 2025 female MVP for Intense. Had a little bit of a slow start in week 1, but got him better and better. Team has definitely benefited. She's moved up to be the #5 overall player in the league. Well, she sets her sights on #1. Team up 9-5 right now.
9-5, Freeze ganando ahora mismo el equipo Freeze.
In that first arc of their
También
season,
otra
Sion
cosa que
was
se
a
van a
little
dar
bit
cuenta, mi
disappointed with
gente, es
how she
que la
came, especially
puntuación
after having been that
de los
MVP last
puntos,
year. But
cada vez que
she's taken a
cambien de
tremendous
los
step
10
forward every
minutos
single arc since.
que entren a la próxima sección, los puntos acumulativos son los que se encuentran ahora mismo al lado del equipo, los números grandes.
Sion's trying to use that
Después, cuando entren ya la segunda sección, va a haber una sección a donde esos puntos de esa sección son contados separados, pero unidos al final del juego.
Drop shot back to
De la
Mendez.
jugada.
Gonna get their approach right down the middle, sets up a swinging volley off the net. Carson moves, Mendez.
¡Buena! Ahora, ella sabía que ella le iba a dar durísimo a eso. Ella sabía que le iba a dar durísimo. Cuando le diera durísimo así, la más tenía que poner la raqueta de frente ahí, boom, y ya. E iba a entrar el tiro de una vez para adentro, no tenía ni que forzarse. Muy bien jugada. Freeze 11, Rice
that
tienen
right there,
8.
that fault is what I'm looking at tonight for their entire team. For both teams, the less faults that we see in all these arcs, the more successful the team. So if they can just have higher percentage on the serve, take a little pace off, that always helps.
Buena curva. Buena. Buena curva ahí. 12-8 por parte de Freeze.
On the bench since their first night, they're trying to figure it out how to help from the sideline. With this team format, you know, they've been learning. This is very different than traditional tennis. Just because you're not playing doesn't mean you can't impact your team. And Coach Pritchard has helped them become a much better version of themselves with how they support their teammates on the sideline and stay ready for the next point.
Y por si acaso estaban pensando, ¿y qué es lo que son esos numeritos?
And we also have substitutions
No llegó.
here, and it looks like Fernando Navarro is kind of ready
Muy
to be
pobre
coming in. It's
ejecutación
interesting
ahí.
to see how coaches
Oiga, el
manage
numerito que
that
está debajo
time.
del
There's a
reloj,
12-minute
eso
time
es
limit
el
for
tiempo que ellos
singles.
tienen para darle a la bola.
I think he
Si
might
se
want to take
tardan,
Sion
es
out.
igual que
As well as on the other side,
que
Carson might be taken out
pierden el
to
tiro.
be saved for kind
Pero
of
en
the
este
end.
caso, pierden el punto y el tiro.
14-9 rise on the near side. Unlimited substitutions. 14 seconds also between points. So a much faster pace of play brings a different kind of fitness. And that's where the substitutions can help them when they have some long points and long sprints. But both players in right now for 7 minutes straight. Interesting to see Rise with the first substitution. Carly Briggs going to be in the University of Florida Gator.
Ahora mismo, esta fue una sustituta que entró porque el entrenador quería llamar tiempo, ¿verdad? Tiempo muerto o pausa, y no pueden hacer eso porque esto es un juego rápido. Hacer un juego rápido lo que tienen son jugadores que entran en sustitución, en lo que el entrenador habla con el otro jugador, que es la persona que quería jalar al tiempo y pedir tiempo, para que entiendan que es por la velocidad del juego.
Against Carly being extremely competitive. We've seen her in the arcs, even if she hasn't been in a long time. She's done well when she's come in.
Good left serve, stretches Briggs out, forehand down the line. Briggs going up.
Cada equipo tiene 8 jugadores.
Navarro keeps her on the ropes. Big forehand cross court. Using that slice, and that's the side from Navarro. She tries to hide it and run around to try to find that forehand. She'll use that slice because she just doesn't consistently have the confidence to hit over it. So for Briggs, can she get to the backhand side of Navarro? But for Navarro, if she can find that forehand and do forehand like that, that's where she's going to be a big troublemaker for the Rise.
And that's her play right there. She uses her lefty slice serve. Slice body specifically here is very good. Goes around that forehand, neutralizes on the backhand side using that slice. Sometimes her backhand can get away from her, so the more she can use this slice, the better.
Estaba fuera esa. Estaba larga, en otra palabra. Quedan 57 segundos. Eso fue ahí frenado. Ustedes sepan, así que se le da la curva en tenis. Vamos para encima, mi gente. Estamos aquí con WhatsApp Todo Deporte. Recuérdense de darle un me gusta. No se lo había olvidado ahorita. Quedan 39 segundos y pasó la línea. Pasó. Muy buena. Otro frenado. Buena. 14 a 18. 18 a 14. Los Phillies están ganando. Con 20 segundos en el reloj. Le quedan 2 segundos para darle a la bola.
Forehand inside out, misses. Rise within 3
15 a 18 con 8 segundos en el reloj.
To be the final point of this first women's singles bulk. To see who can
Está
generate
jugando el
some
último
momentum
punto.
going into the break. The clock goes
Y
off.
se acabó el reloj.
Slice begins.
Y terminan de jugar esta para que se termine esta sesión. Y ahí cogieron otro punto los Rice para terminar 16, ¿ok? 16 a 18. Y verdad que los números están a mano derecha ahí, como ustedes están viendo ahí en total. Y los números de la sesión van a estar al lado de los números del equipo.
Carson can't even believe her eyes, but I love the fire from both teams. We're going to see a lot more energy coming up after the break.
Bienvenidos al set definitivo. Acomoda la pantalla que esto se puso interactivo. Olvídate del tenis aburrido y silencioso. Aquí venimos con un formato peligroso. Rápido, intenso, bola que vuela como un cohete. Y tu host favorito dándote el mejor banquete. Juan Sabelo todo en la casa. Súbele al dembow y dale. Juan Sabelo todo promete entretenerte. Prende la cámara, inicia el directo. Que en esta cancha el ambiente es perfecto. La red está puesta, las líneas pintadas. Y yo con mi micro narrando la jugada. El saque viene a 200 por hora. El rival se agacha y la bola lo devora. Yo amo a mi gente, yo amo el streaming. Llevándote la acción desde el mismísimo juego primer ni en el chat comentando. La grada encendida, esta transmisión te cambia la vida. El ritmo se pone tenso, aplausos del público al fondo marcando el tempo. Raqueta lista, la bola en el aire, en este directo no se duerme nada.
I do believe that we're going to see them be put back in at the end of this bolt here just to finish it off for the women's singles. But hey, if Fernanda Navarro is playing like that, Sion can sit up for a little while longer. This is really good from Fernanda.
They do not want to let her get that forehand going. That's where she's
Como
really
ven,
going to put the Rise in trouble.
20-16.
One serve only. That fault gives the point right back to the Rise.
Frisa cogió 2 puntos en esta sesión y Rise 1.
Right into the middle of the court, but Navarro has no problem running around. Great defense with the left hand. Both players defending extremely well deep through the middle of the court. Miss hits it, but just wide.
Ya había salido para afuera.
And Fernanda sometimes kind of stands up on that forehand. She doesn't really stay low, and she can produce so much power. She just uses her legs to go forward, not pull up on the ball at all.
The good part for Fernanda Navarro as well, she's slicing the ball significantly better. She looked uncomfortable in the previous weeks finding that slice, doing good crisp slices. So if she can pair that forehand with a great neutralizing backhand slice, very, very good night for her. Using that heavy forehand cross just wide. First place on the line for both of these teams. They know what the other team can put up on the board, so they know great tennis will be required if they want to come out as a victor tonight. And both teams have shown it with a very solid performance in the first women's singles, both men's singles coming up after this, as well as all 3 doubles formats.
Wow.
Buena.
Briggs, that's really good from
Y empataron el juego, mi gente,
Just
porque estos fueron 2 puntos ahí.
on that and just redirect it.
Eso es 2 a 2,
so
hay que
good
diga
from her.
21 a 21, mi gente.
Now with a 1-point
Ahora
lead.
están ganando los Rise.
All the work that Sion Mendez did now goes back the other way. And the interesting part is she does not have a racket in her hand as she's ready to come in.
Y para que sepan lo que están viendo en la pantalla, lo que está de aquel lado son los nombres de la que están jugando en la raqueta ahora mismo. María Fernanda Navarro Oliva, y para Rise está Carly Briggs, que es la que está jugando. Para que vayan aprendiendo cómo es el meneo aquí.
There's 2.5 minutes until she can come in.
Good forehand inside out. Now Briggs is the one dictating play, looking like she's floating and hitting and swinging. Good offense for her, keeping her team up by 1.
Tienen 4.
Now Navarro tries to step up.
Esa estuvo buena.
The other way.
24.
The way that she was following that in case she didn't get a 2-pointer there, she was going to be right on top of the net to get her that 2-pointer.
Esos fueron 2 puntos, porque pasó derechito para acá.
Serve and volley. And
afuera.
Briggs, she does so good with that left hand. Incredible the way she used it on the backhand. Navarro definitely trying to play more aggressive off the return, but Briggs neutralizing extremely well. A little bit more of an angle cross court, but that's right at the backhand side that Briggs is just crushing tonight. Steps up, redirects down the line, but another great slice by Navarro to neutralize. Sets up the forehand inside in.
Esa estuvo buena, 2 puntos.
Oh, that's just too good. What a good point by Carly.
Le dio una línea ahí,
she was the better player
para afuera.
But Fernanda, just flick of that lefty wrist was so
muy
good.
Muy buena, porque ella le tiró esa bola frenada. A tirársela con esa curva así.
Beautiful.
And forced there to see if the Freeze can now pick up some momentum. They're up by 3. Carson Tanguilli racking her hand, bouncing around. We're probably going to see the substitution very soon, but no racket in the hand of Mendez until just now. Just picked up the racket. Another good forehand.
My favorite part about Intense is all the momentum shifts. You have no idea when they're coming.
Es una consideración muy grande que las 2 mujeres que están jugando tienen el mismo número 22.
Serve out wide, sets up the forehand, goes back inside out one more time. Briggs overhit.
Salió para afuera. Largo, a lo largo.
Looked like Coach Andruska wanted to call a timeout. Both teams have 5 timeouts that they can use throughout the night. You can only use 2 in each bolt. Both coaches, though, pretty happy with the performances by all their players, so that they're letting things roll right now.
And it looks like Carson was ready to go in, but Coach Andruska said not yet.
Yep, and now we see the substitution.
And same for Sion.
So this is a clear matchup from Coach Pritchard. Because Carson technically, she was the first one to go out, and then Coach Pritchard took Mendez out. As soon as Carson went back in, Mendez went back in. The beauty of the chess match of the intense format, and that's a great start for
afuera, a lo largo, mi gente. Y ahora entró por sustituto en el lado del freeze, la número 10, Sion Mendez. En el lado de Rice, entró Carson.
Both these players really love their backhand down the line, so it's about how can they lift it a little bit on the forehand to earn that short ball that they can put their body weight into their backhands.
Big, heavy, neutralizing forehand, just long. 4 minutes remaining before men's singles takes the court. Both these players have two of the best serves in the league that are extremely reliable. That's what makes them two of the best players. They're in every point. They do not give up a lot of free points. If you see them give up free points, it's usually because they're trying to play offensive. They do not give up neutral ball mistakes. They do not give up serve faults.
Both of them have a great kick on their serve, and especially on these courts that are a little bit more gritty, they bounce up more. That serve becomes very effective, even if it doesn't have a lot of power on it.
Todavía están perdiendo por 6. Los Rice.
Good deep forehand down the middle. Makes it
Afuera,
so tough for the
28.
angles. Mendez tried to force one, instead hit an unforced error. Free still up by 5 with 3 minutes remaining for the break. Great kick serve. Mendez heavy forehand, but Carson tries to step in, puts her on the move. Swing and volley opportunity. Oh, Mendez reads it well.
Buena!
Mendez everywhere.
Carson was expecting that backhand down the line.
Muy bien jugada por la número 10, Sion Mendez. La agarró y se la tiró para el lado oponente de contrario. Ya ustedes saben, mi gente, la cogió de sorpresa. Se toma talento para eso, para tú coger una bola que va para una dirección y cambiar la dirección. En tenis.
Good job. What's happening now? Now she's getting further back in the court. This is opening up some space over here, right? You're constantly getting more and more often to these situations where we're here, and she's back there trying to wing it in over there, right? You're gonna get those 2-point situations over there. Don't care about 2 points. Play your points out, okay, one or another. The other thing is find forehand, huh? Okay, we find that side a little too much over there, a little too often over there, right? Let's go. You got this, bro. Come on. I have faith in you. Come on, let's go, go.
You know, what I'm wondering from Tanguila's position is she's doing a great job initially in points pushing Mendez back. When is she going to use the drop shot on Mendez?
Well, and it's hard because Mendez has a very good drop shot as well. And so I think she's trying to be very careful because the way that Mendez responds to drop shot and counter drop shots is very dangerous. So
yeah, there's the drop shot. Good serve out wide. Approach opportunity, goes back cross court, +1.
Están perdiendo por 5 Rice. Todavía está Carson Changuiti ahí jugando. Changuili.
Couple backhand unforced errors. That's the side where the previous night was not hitting so well. When she finally hit that one backhand winner, she hit 3 in a row right after. So she can be a little hesitant off that backhand side. If she gets going, it turns into an amazing night. But sometimes she can get tentative and overly slice and just be tentative when she tries to release on the backhand. We'll see if she can find it, because right now, Mendez doing a great job against her.
36-31, todavía perdiendo por 5 puntos. Right, que se le tiró un frenazo para allá. Le mandó un frenazo, eso fue lo que ella mandó. Ahí mandó otro frenazo y curva. Otra curva para atrás. Ok, muy bien, salió para afuera del largo esa bola.
Both these teams trying to secure first place after tonight. Canales gives the serve ball back. 37-32 for the freeze. Final minute here, fault, back-to-back faults. Both players in their final minute, but they will have time to finish out this bolt. There's that neutralizing shot that Canales is going to step in, and that's going to be a +2.
Vamos a ver, porque debajo de presión dio una línea de atrás y salió y no le pudieron devolver. Por eso 2 puntos. Oigan, ellos debajo de presión como que juegan mejor. Vamos a ver si pasa otra vez, vamos a ver. Vamos a ver si Rice debajo de presión hace como hizo ahorita, vamos a ver.
Good redirect down the line. You can see Canales
se fue muy largo eso.
Great neutralizing defense. Drop shot back and
un birdie. Le dio malísimo. Ese era un birdie, esa era una puerta ahí. Eso era puesto ahí. Si ella le había dado bien a esa bola, aquella no iba nunca a llegar.
I think she used the forehand really well to hit a heavy ball and step into her backhand. If she steps into the forehand, it could be even better. I'd like to see that from her in doubles.
Yo tengo que irme a la música mía porque ahorita entra la música de los comerciantes.
Las líneas pintadas y yo con mi micro narrando la jugada. El saque viene a 200 por hora. El rival se agacha y la bola lo devora. Yo amo a mi gente, yo amo el streaming. Llevándote la acción desde el mismísimo primer inning. El chat comentando, la grada encendida. Esta transmisión te cambia la vida. El ritmo se pone tenso, aplausos del público al fondo marcando el tempo. Raqueta lista, la bola en el aire, en este directo no se duerme nadie. Cruza la cancha, pégale fuerte, mira mi pantalla y corre con suerte. Tenis intenso con JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. La bola viene rápida, a ver quién la soporte. El mejor streaming JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. Aquí el punto es mío, aunque tú te comportes. Deporte.
¿Qué tú pensabas que era la ventaja tuya ahí contra Carlsen?
Estilo rápido y divertido sobre las locuras del nuevo.
Nosotros, ella y yo, tenemos un estilo de juego muy similar. Lo que yo salí más victoriosa.
Sigo narrando con clase y estilo, metiendo comedia, ganando sigilo. Si buscas acción y jugadas de altura, con este formato la cancha madura. Gozando con toda la gente en la red, aquí se divierte hasta tu merced. Cruzando galaxia con JuanSabeloTodoUniverso, rompiendo las redes del verso. La bola no para JuanSabeloTodoUniverso.
Nosotros, igual que los varones, estamos trabajando bien fuerte. Y si nos mantenemos con el plan que vinimos, puede hacer que salgamos victoriosos el día de hoy.
Efecto cortado, jugada maestra, el público salta y su apoyo demuestra. Yo río,
ya se va para la vaina esta, déjame yo, ustedes saben que no puedo poner esa música.
Marques el sello, ponte los audífonos y siente el destello. ¿Quién es el que sabe? JuanSabeloTodo, buscando del tenis, haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, JuanSabeloTodo, ganando el partido, metiendo todo el codo. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo. Eso. ¿Quién es el que sabe? JuanSabeloTodo, buscando del tenis, haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, JuanSabeloTodo, ganando el partido, metiendo todo el codo. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo.
Aquí están dando unos repasos, ya ustedes saben, de lo intenso, por eso que se llama intenso, ¿verdad? Tenis intenso, porque es que está fuerte, es un tenis bastante rápido, intensivo.
El jugador se concentra y suspira.
Tengo boxeo hoy, o si no le había enseñado 2 juegos uno tras del otro, pero tengo boxeo hoy, entonces el boxeo tengo que presentarlo porque ya casi se están yendo para los playoffs, y ahí es cuando ya los equipos se van se eliminan los equipos que no pudieron dar abasto y se van a jugar por los campeonatos y la cosa. Entonces no puedo dejar de presentarle a ustedes el boxeo, pero Intense viene siempre, termina después de boxeo. Nosotros vamos a ver mucho más de aquí del tenis, si Dios lo permite, mediante, ¿verdad que sí? Entonces, como podemos ver, aquí están preparándose los hombres para arrancar. ahora el formato de esta cancha de tenis, ¿verdad? Tienen varios pisos para que los participantes, las personas que van a participar, a apoyar el juego, que van a divertirse, que van con su familia, ya ustedes pueden ver niños y cosas así. En el juego tenis tradicional profesional, que este también es profesional, mi gente, lo que pasa es que están organizándolo para que sea más familiar. Vean. Entonces, no pueden haber niños ni nada de eso, porque todo el mundo tiene que estar calladito, no puede, ni el celular puede personal, porque le quita la concentración al jugador. Entonces, parece que ellos estuvieron haciendo encuestas y cosas, y las nuevas generaciones no están por eso. Las nuevas generaciones dicen, no, ellos están supuestos a poder jugar su juego, y si más uno lo apoya, ¿verdad? Boceando y apoyando el equipo, debieran de coger más energía.
La pantalla que esto se puso interactivo.
No podemos ir con los hijos.
Olvídate del tenis aburrido y silencioso. Aquí venimos con un formato peligroso, rápido y intenso, bola que vuela como un cohete. Y tú
entonces lo que han hecho es que han hecho este juego rápido de tenis para aquellas personas que tienen familia y quieren disfrutar con su familia. No solamente eso, que no se trate todo nada más de dinero, de cuántos millones, que cuántos miles de millones, que cuántos millones. Y ya se pierde el cariño. Esto es para que las personas regresen y cojan amor a su juego que siempre han querido. Y entonces esos son los motivos de estos juegos que yo les traigo a ustedes. Yo le estoy trayendo lo nuevo, mi gente. Ustedes dicen, pero ven acá, pero tú eres un viejo, ¿qué tú haces detrás de lo nuevo? Pero ven acá, ¿y quién ha dicho que los viejos no pueden presentar lo nuevo? Oye, había un tiempo cuando yo era el joven y yo también decía, pero ven acá, no me van a dejar avanzar porque yo estaba al día con la tecnología y los demás no querían aprenderla. Pero yo soy un viejo actualizado, mi gente, con un viaje de título en la tecnología. Entonces, dejen a este viejo vivir. Denle un chin de amor. Un viejo presentándole a ustedes lo de las generaciones de ustedes ahora. Ya ustedes saben, vengan para acá a disfrutar, a pasar el momento y a apoyar a un viejo. Porque los viejos también apoyamos a los jóvenes, ¿verdad que sí? Pues está bien. Vamos para encima, mi gente, que estamos aquí con JuanSabeloTodoUniverso Deporte en vivo y directo. Oiga, y les quiero dejar saber una cosa a ustedes para que sepan, ¿oyeron? Apoyen a JuanSabeloTodo, que JuanSabeloTodo también tiene música muy bonita, animaciones que son familiares, todo lo que se presenta en las redes de JuanSabeloTodo es decente, auténtico, sin nada que sea negativo. Todo positivo, porque yo creo que en el mundo hay suficientes cosas negativas. Y creo que entonces si nosotros queremos ver cosas positivas, tenemos que sembrarlas nosotros, ¿verdad? Para dejar de quejarnos, que siempre hay cosas negativas, siempre estamos quejando, pero no hacemos nada para cambiar. Yo intento cambiar, yo intento traerle cosas lindas, bonitas, que pueden compartir en familias ricas, contenido genuino, ¿ok? No copias ni repeticiones de nadie más. Entonces, con eso, vamos aquí al juego, mi gente, que estamos en duro aquí. 3-3, los frees tienen 3, Rice tienen 3, los hombres están metiendo mano lo mejor que pueden, obviamente.
42-38, first place on the line.
Y nos quedan 8 minutos con 16 segundos en el reloj. Tenemos ahora en el equipo de Freeze el número 13 que está jugando en aquel lado de la cancha, que se llama Canales. Y tenemos el número 27 que lo estamos viendo aquí de este lado, que es del equipo de Rice, que se llama Matthew Terry. O Terry en inglés, ¿ok? So, vamos para encima, mi gente. Y vamos a ver lo que traen estos dos caballeros. Oh, se fue largo. Como ustedes pueden ver, lo que yo les dije a ustedes, si ven ahí en la mano izquierda, ustedes ven el total 44 puntos a 39 por equipo. Y ven la individual de 27 de Tenis, que está en Rice, que tiene 4 puntos, que ha conectado aquí ahora, en esta parte del juego, en estos 10 minutos. Y tenemos a Carousel, que tiene 6 puntos en el equipo de Freeze. Okay. Entonces, es para que vayan viendo, ¿verdad? Y entendiendo cómo es esto, porque está muy fácil de entender, basado en que lo tradicional, que es 15, 30, 45, 60 y después punto, ¿verdad? Es algo muy diferente y tal vez aquel es un poquito más complejo para entender. Hasta la puntuación y todo lo han hecho un poco más suave de dirigir para poder aprendérselo. Y recuérdense siempre que Juan Sabelo Todo, un español, ya te sabe, ahí hay. ¡Oh! ¡Qué devolución! ¿Cómo devolvió esa bola? Muy bonito ahí con eso. ¿Ustedes vieron eso?
Great patience too, and good roll there, not going for too much on the approach.
Ya ustedes saben. Entonces tenemos a Freeze aquí con 9, tenemos a Rice con 7.
It's only 14 seconds in between points. I think Coach Andruska saw he wasn't ready to go. He's going to take a timeout to help him catch his breath and a little coaching.
Out wide, he gets going for broke, and if you get something here now we can go work forward or something like that.
Just be a little more patient.
Yeah, patient work.
And then take it.
You got this, huh?
Yeah.
You got this. We just changed slightly a little bit, Toby, all right? Okay, let's go.
El entrenador, tú lo vieron ahí, hablando con uno de los jugadores.
Looks like he's going to stay in play. Do you like this? I mean, Alex Cooperson also did a great job in singles last week.
Tenemos 6 minutos en el reloj. Eso fue un tiempo en pausa legítimo, en otras palabras, sin entrar el sustituto a jugar. Se paró el reloj, como pueden ver, está parado el reloj.
The pride of Calhoun in the building, Bettina Briggs, and you got to see Carly in this format, and I saw you loving it up here. What do you think watching your daughter down there?
Okay, I love it. Now, of course, I love to watch my children do anything, but this format is so much fun because, well, I was a cheerleader, so I like yelling, and I'm loud, so, you know.
It's the perfect combination, right?
Yeah. So, ella está entrevistando a la mamá de uno de los jugadores que están, de las jugadoras que están abajo.
Some of those reasons.
Well,
y ella era una de esas mujeres que tienen el pompón.
Is because she's made 79 plus new friends.
Cheerleader.
Now, actually, she and Carson were already.
No sé cómo se dice en español.
Yes.
Parents are also here tonight.
Yes, they are. And we love them. And I
vamos para encima, mi gente, con Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte. Apoyen, apoyen, apoyen.
It's wonderful.
What do you enjoy about the team dynamic of it? As a cheerleader, you really have to love that part, right?
Oh, I love the team because, you know, tennis is a little bit of a lonely sport if you're, I guess, on tour or juniors. But this, I mean, look, they're just incredible. Yes, and actually, Carly and Carson, and I think a lot of the players come watch the other matches.
Tenemos 11 puntos aquí.
So they love it.
Por vía de Carousel.
You to give me
Rice,
the best breakdown so far of what you think of this arc, because the women's were very close, right?
Yes.
So what do you think this might come down to?
Muy bien, muy bien.
Well,
sacó esa bola de abajo, como ustedes vieron, la elevó para que pudiera pasar para el otro lado.
Yes.
Y ahí se murió. Eso ahí, esa parte ahí, porque esa parte que están tratando de hacer, que la bola caiga lo más cerca del otro lado de la nata, para que el otro no le pueda llegar nunca. Pero eso siempre hay un fracaso ahí, porque esa perfección es muy difícil. Podemos ver que los hombres van ahí cuello a cuello, 12-11.
She wanted to win every match, but she did it how she could. Now, in all of this, it's like you try to hit winners. It's fast-paced. It's fun. It's, I don't know, you can yell.
In true form, you can yell. That sounds like the kind of cheerleader. And Mom, I love it. We are so glad you're here. We're so glad you can be here and that you're local. And like I mentioned to you, you know, tonight Carly was playing against a girl over there in Fernanda Navarro whose dad is watching from home. So if you'd like to say hi to Dad at home in Mexico, please do.
Hi, Dad in Mexico. I hope you're enjoying, and hopefully you'll get to come watch here one day.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I'd love to have all the families here. Well, Bettina, thank you so much. Enjoy this one tonight.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you, Kelly, here as we have a short little break. Kevin King, Raul Garcia, they're going to be on the court right now to try to finish these final 4 minutes. Matthew Terry picked it up extremely well for his team, hanging in there, getting the most minutes he's gotten the entire time on a big night. And both teams are trying to secure first place. He stepped it up big, and now it's Kevin King's turn, their #1 overall male pick against Raul Garcia, who has become one of the top male players, not just on his team, but for the entire league. Went plus 29 last week, and then with plus 9.5 2-pointers. #2 averaging plus minus, especially in double. So, you know, that's usually
Tuvo larga esa.
known for,
Ustedes vieron que
but he's
picó de
doing
este
it
lado de la
across the
línea de
board.
centro, ¿verdad?
He really is. He's
Esa
been
estaba larga, desde el
incredible
punto
in every
automáticamente le
single
fue de
vault.
una vez a
Even
Rice.
just in the cheering, right, and in the chirping, and even when he's not on the court, he's contributing so much. So
Esta estuvo afuera también. Esa estuvo larga.
that he's being put in a little bit later in this bolt, and then maybe at the end of the next bolt. But Kevin King, too, if he can clean up a few service mistakes, he's also extremely
Afuera
dangerous.
también.
351.
Bueno, el número 5 está teniendo Raúl García. Parece que está teniendo problemas controlando la bola. Vamos a ver. Dio la nata, ese punto se lo ganó Raúl. Aquí no hay de que al otra vez, que en el tenis tradicional tú tienes 2 chances para perder un punto. En esta palabra no un punto, sino los 15 puntos. En tenis normal, aquí es todo un punto. Menos cuando da en la línea, que sale derecho, que da en la línea adelante, que sale en derecho. Y otras secciones que salen, que son de 2 puntos. Pero normalmente son un punto.
A lot more wear and tear on the set for Raul Garcia. Got the younger shoulders, looser to go early. Can't discount that. Frees up by 5.
And Raul has barely even hit faults this entire time.
Tenemos ahí 17-14. Se fue.
King sometimes just overhits a little bit.
Yo creo que fue para afuera esa.
Too soon and gets it in there, and he looks upset with himself, but it looks like Andruska is going to keep him in for just a little bit longer here.
Nos quedan menos de 2 minutos. Esa está dentro, está dentro. Ahí está afuera, está afuera. Está afuera esa.
Raul Garcia just looking so confident.
Good kick serve, lefty action, getting away from Garcia's backhand. Kevin King's shoulders starting to warm up. Good chip, backhand cross court. I think just looking back about what happened a couple points earlier, so that was missed. We'll see if this comes back to matter for the Rise. So Coach Pritchard got hit in the air off a shot.
And he's outside his box.
And he's outside of the box. We have to look at the rule book, because if I'm not mistaken, I think that should be a point for the Rise if you are outside of the box. We'll see if it even matters, if it comes down to 1 point. There was no question from the Rise. Yes, that ball was so far out. They don't deserve the point, but that doesn't matter. By the letter of the law, I think it should have been a point for the Rise. Kevin King not phased, still playing on, but the Frees are up by 6.
And Garcia even grunts just so intensely, and every single ball that he hits just has so much purpose. Look at that shot. I mean, that is unbelievable, and the roar from him after.
Huge forehand inside in. That is not where Kevin King wants to be, running from side to side. Frees back up to an 8-point lead. Final 10 seconds before the short break. Kick serve to the King backhand. Couple points in a row. Garcia's just going to roll this into the sideline.
Garcia ahora está jugando tremenda estrategia. Y ahí se terminó los 10 minutos del primer juego de los
What do you think
hombres
the Riders are
solo.
gonna do? Do you keep Kevin King
Y
in? I
ya
would
ustedes saben
imagine
que
that the
después ahora
Freeze and the
viene
Keith are
otro.
rolling
Y
right
después
now.
vienen
Well, I'd like to
dos
see how
hombres,
Cooperstein goes
dos
against
mujeres, dos
Raul.
hombres contra dos hombres, dos
At
mujeres
least it's a
contra dos
different
mujeres,
look for
vienen los
Raul, but
dobles.
Raul is just so dominant right now.
Y de último
across the board
vienen los
against
que son
anyone,
mezclados.
against any team. So I do want to see a little mix-up, though, from Coach Andruska. We'll see when we come back.
Metiendo todo el codo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo, eso. ¿Quién es el que sabe? Juan sábelo todo, buscando del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, Juan sábelo todo, ganando el partido, metiendo todo el codo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo, eso.
Y estamos aquí, mi gente, ustedes saben que están en el anuncio porque se terminó esos 10 puntos, donde se preparan para el
la tensión se respira, el jugador se concentra y suspira, el chat escribe en los comentarios. Mientras yo gano miles de usuarios, transmisión limpia en alta definición para que lo goces con el corazón. No hay otro canal que te dé esta locura, es pura sabrosura. Gracias a mi gente por estar aquí, cada super chat me hace muy feliz. Raquetas, pelotas, risas y emoción, haciendo de esto una gran adicción. Prepárate el smash, que viene la victoria. Entró en la esquina, punto, set y match, pa, pa. Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo todo, viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo, llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso.
Si lo hacen aquí ahora, yo estando aquí presente en vivo,
Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo todo, viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo, llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso.
WhatsApp de canal.
Actívate en el chat
para que así
Juan
te
Sabelo todo, viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo, llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso. El ritmo va bajando con el sonido de pelota rebotando, risa eloz. Tú te acercas al dio viento. Ese mascoy, cuelo tu padeta.
Ya lo tenemos activo
no
aquí,
olvides
gente.
redelchar ese botón belay. Supildir efecto partir el vieto. Juan Sabelo todo tonto te rompe el mola, me pensitoso con un salto.
Y Rice, como ustedes ven, cogió 2 puntos.
Sábelo todo. Y de saber cuál soy yo. Soy Juanjavito, Juan Sabelo todo. David duerme en vivo y el Mirenta mira toda la
Todavía sigue el juego
Un freno
con
del
Raúl
próximo.
García y
Cha,
Matthew
cha.
Terry. Eso es Mateo, ¿verdad? Terry.
Bienvenidos al set definitivo. Acomoda la pantalla que esto se puso interactivo. Olvídate del tenis aburrido y silencioso. Aquí venimos con un formato peligroso. Rápido, intenso, bola que vuela como un cohete. Y tu host favorito dándote el mejor banquete. Juan Sabelo todo en la casa. Súbele al dembow y dale. Juan Sabelo todo promete entretenerte. Prende la cámara, inicia el directo. Que en esta cancha el ambiente es perfecto. La red está puesta, las líneas pintadas. Y yo
Estaba largo eso.
narrando la jugada. El saque viene a 200 por hora. El rival se agacha y la bola lo devora. Yo amo a mi gente, yo amo el streaming. Llevándote la acción desde el mismísimo primer inning. El chat comentando,
Algo
la
del
grada
centro,
encendida.
¿verdad?
Esta transmisión te cambia la vida. El ritmo se pone tenso, aplausos del público al fondo marcando el tempo. Raqueta lista, la bola en el aire. En este directo no se duerme nadie. Cruza la cancha, pégale fuerte. Mira mi pantalla y corre con suerte. Tenis intenso, con Juan Sabelo todo, todo. La bola viene rápida. El mejor streaming, Juan Sabelo
Esa tuvo
todo
ancho.
deporte. Aquí el punto es mío, aunque tú te comportes. ¡Pum! Estilo rápido y divertido sobre la locura del
Afuera,
nuevo formato.
no.
Espérate, que acaba de pasar. El juez de línea se puso a bailar. El jugador falló y tiró la raqueta y la bola le pegó al que vende la paleta. Yo sigo narrando con clase y estilo, metiendo comedia, ganando sigilo. Si
Corto.
buscas acción y jugadas de altura, con este formato la cancha madura, gozando con toda la gente en la red. Aquí se divierte, está tu merced en el universo. Con Juan Sabelo todo universo. Rompiendo las redes, metiendo
Afuera
el verso.
otra vez.
La bola no para, Juan Sabelo todo universo.
Tres
El rey de
errores.
la cancha, el impacto es inmenso. Universo, 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 let's go. La grada grita, las tías suspiran cuando ven las pelotas que casi ni miran. Efecto cortado, jugada maestra, el público salta y su apoyo demuestra. Yo río, yo grito, me quedo sin aliento. Con este formato no hay aburrimiento. Mi marca es la clave, mi marca es el sello.
Le dije a Tenis que sea difícil. Que hacer la bola cambiar de dirección.
El dueño del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, Juan sabe todo. Ganando el partido y metiendo todo el codo. Sabe todo, sabe todo, sabe todo, sabe todo. ¿Quién es el que sabe? Juan sabe todo. El dueño del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, Juan sabe todo. Ganando el partido y metiendo todo el codo. Sabe todo, sabe todo, sabe todo, sabe todo. Punto para set, la tensión se respira. El jugador se concentra y suspira. El chat escribe Ace en los comentarios. Mientras yo gano miles de usuarios. Transmisión limpia en alta definición. Para que lo goces con el corazón. No hay otro canal que te dé esta locura. Juan Sabelo Todo es pura sabrosura.
Gracias a mi gente por estar aquí. Cada superchat me hace muy feliz. Raqueta, pelota, risas y emoción. Haciendo de esto una gran adicción.
Prepárate el smash que viene la victoria. Entro en la esquina. Punto, set y match, papá. Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo. Llegando a los estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso. Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo. Llegando a los estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso. Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo. Llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso.
Algo dice.
Estrase de partido ni 20. Ese match por fue otro planeta. Non viene a reventar ese botón en like. Si te vinci compartido en directo. Juan Sabelo Todo.
Rompiendo mi eso. Si salgo al pesar a como que Juan Sabelo Todo y diverso.
Cambiaron
Sale queso y León.
Sucia la morrilla.
a Raúl García. Entraron ahora mismo.
Transmitiendo en vivo y en directo.
Prende la cámara,
Y
inicia
para
el directo.
Rice, el
Que en
número
esta
17,
cancha el ambiente es
Kevin
perfecto. La red está puesta, las líneas pintadas y yo con mi micro narrando la jugada.
El saque viene a 200 por hora. El rival se agacha y la bola lo devora.
Yo amo a mi gente, yo amo el streaming, llevándote la acción desde el mismísimo primer inning. El chat comentando, la grada encendida. Esta transmisión te cambia la vida.
Body forehand.
I just feel like Sel has just more that pace that he can put behind the ball. You, J-Line?
Casi va larga, casi se va larga. Muy bien salvar. Muy bien, está jugando muy bien Kevin King.
Great point by both players, but just very solid from Sel. What Sel does extremely well, he doesn't generate the same kind of power that Garcia does. But what he does is he stays so close to the baseline. He just doesn't let you breathe. He squeezes you and he just maneuvers you everywhere and just doesn't let you take over. And then the bigger his opponent plays, he uses their pace so well. So he struggles to generate his own pace, but if they give it to him, he can redirect it back extremely well, especially off the backhand side. And Alex Cooper's team, first action of the night, in for Kevin King. Couple errors from Sel. Rise within 3 minutes remaining. First place on the line for both of these teams. Both of them coming off wins, but both of them trying to show who's the best team in the league. Cooper's team with the big fist pump towards the sideline, and we're going to see a timeout from the Freeze.
Y van a coger un tiempo pausa ahora.
Slow serves come. Take your time to load and rip right through the big target. Okay, let's see this. Let's see how he handles you from the baseline. Okay.
Do you want me to take it in the rise, or do you want me to just
No,
wait and then rip?
wait, just wait, because like wait, load, rip, and then when that ball's coming onto him heavy, let's see how he handles it. If he backs up, we move him. If he stays tight, we keep on pressing. Okay. What's your?
Look, you got this. Okay, let's go.
Cooperstein still in. Raul Garcia going to jump in.
And something that I love is just how every player that's come in with these substitutions, it's hard because they do get cold, right? And it's about how can they stay warm on the sideline. But every player that has come in has actually started out playing with some really good points. They haven't felt like they need time to adjust.
Cooperstein to rise within one, getting ready to tie things up. They've been chasing them in this men's singles with a combination of Kevin King, Alex Cooperstein, and Matthew Terry. They're about to tie this up. Kick serve out wide, and a big-time miss in a big-time moment. Garcia to serve.
Garcia maybe not playing his very best tennis tonight, J.Y.? Do you think that there's pressure a little bit of just how well he's played overall? He's still playing well, but I do think we've seen better from him.
Oh, le puso un birdie.
Forehand inside out.
Es
Keeping some
peligroso.
corner. I think what's important for Garcia is you don't just try to repeat that performance every night. That's not going to happen every night. But just can you do just enough to help your team win? Sometimes it's with play. Sometimes it's on the sideline. His job is to do whatever he needs to do on that night.
Guys, it's interesting you say that about Raul and talking to Coach Pritchard before this arc. He said, you know, of course, I've coached this guy at Kennesaw State the last 5 or 6 years, but what we saw from him in the last arc, that's what I've always envisioned from him. Playing big, playing confident. And J.Y. Maria, you bring up a great point. It may not be what it was in the last arc, but he can still play within himself enough to be productive for this team here tonight, right? And certainly they need him.
Setting up that forehand inside out. He's ready to get things going. But Cooperstein defending extremely well. Another forehand inside out, but Cooperstein not backing down. Hanging there, staying solid, and forcing Garcia to overhit and go too much. Great defense by Cooperstein.
And Cooperstein's defense is actually very aggressive. He's not trying to grind necessarily. He's hitting a huge ball and looking for his way to get back into an offensive position.
And see the forehand misfiring. I think Garcia feels it as well. Feel like he needs to do more than he needs to because of the defense and the counter-punching by Cooperstein. They're within one more time. Can he put the serve in play this time? Yes, he does. Random serve and volley at an important moment. Just two big time. Just can't do that. You're within one, you miss a fault. You're within one again, you have the momentum. Why overplay in this one serve format? Just your opponent is overhitting. Let him continue overhit. And now he's going to get a break. And Garcia's going to set up the forehands one more time. Wow, and now the +2 again.
I think that does determine who succeeds in this league, JY, because some people don't know what to do when they're under pressure, but some people thrive with that pressure. So it's all about the decisions that you're making when there are only a few seconds on the clock.
Just from that decision to serve and volley, you're within one. 4-point swing completely the other way. Maria, as we look at these two men's singles bolts, what's really on the mind?
Rise actually played really well, but Garcia stepped up when he needed to. He had a little bit of a dip there, but came right back in, did his job, and hey, they're up in this arc. That's exactly where they want to be.
Yeah, we're gonna come back. We have women's doubles, men's doubles, and then mixed doubles to finish. First place on the line. It's getting really close. We'll see who can pull away when we come back.
Punto, set y match, papá. Actívate en el chat con Juan, sábelo todo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo, llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el plus está inmerso. ¡Hey! Juan, sábelo todo. Actívate en el chat con Juan, sábelo todo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo, llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el plus está inmerso. ¡Hey! Juan, sábelo todo. El ritmo va bajando con el sonido de pelota rebotar de risa veloz. Te pese deportivo lento. Esa match boy con autocarrera.
Noi Roma Tyson, anche like, su sto vice che appaglia e tenerto. Juan Sabelo todo deportes. Non tiene la falta inteligente. Soy un especial todo y sabelo todo universo. Y que saben quién soy yo. Sumo el vamos yo. Juan Sabelo todo. Para de mentir desde mi y el divertir para todo revirento Ramosa. Los brazos dirán cómo se consagra.
Juan Sabelo todo en la casa. Súbele al dembow y dale. Juan Sabelo todo promete. Prende la cámara, inicia el directo. Que en esta cancha el ambiente es perfecto. La red está puesta, las líneas pintadas. Y yo con mi micro narrando la jugada. El saque viene a 200 por hora. El rival se agacha y la bola lo devora. Yo amo a mi gente, yo amo el streaming. Llevándote la acción desde el mismísimo primer inning. El chat comentando, la grada encendida. Esta transmisión te cambia la vida. El ritmo se pone tenso. Aplausos del público al fondo marcando el tempo. Raqueta lista, la bola en el aire. En este directo no se duerme nadie. Cruza la cancha, pégale fuerte. Mira mi pantalla y corre con suerte. Tenis intenso con Juan Sabelo todo deporte. La bola viene rápida, a ver quién la soporte. El mejor streaming Juan Sabelo todo deporte. Aquí el punto es mío aunque tú te comportes. Deporte, 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 deportes. ¡Bum! Estilo rápido y divertido sobre las locuras del nuevo formato. Espérate, que acaba de pasar. El juez de línea se puso a bailar. El jugador falló y tiró la raqueta. Y la bola le pegó al que vende la paleta. Yo sigo narrando con clase y estilo, metiendo comedia, ganando sigilo. Si buscas acción y jugadas de altura, con este formato la cancha madura. Gozando con toda la gente en la red. Aquí se divierte hasta tu merced. Cruzando galaxia con Juan SabelotodoUniverso. Rompiendo las redes, metiéndole el verso. La bola no para, Juan SabelotodoUniverso. El rey de la cancha, el impacto es inmenso. Let's go. La grada grita, las tías suspiran cuando ven las pelotas que casi ni miran. Efecto cortado, jugada maestra. El público salta y su apoyo demuestra. Yo río, yo grito, me quedo sin aliento. Con este formato no hay aburrimiento. Mi marca es la clave, mi marca es el sello. Ponte los audífonos y siente el destello. ¿Quién es el que sabe? Juan Sabelo todo. Buscando del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, Juan Sabelo todo. Ganando el partido, metiendo todo el codo. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo. Eso. ¿Quién es el que sabe? Juan Sabelo todo. Buscando del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, Juan Sabelo todo. Ganando el partido, metiendo todo el codo. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo. Eso. ¿Quién es el que sabe? Juan Sabelo todo. Buscando del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, Juan Sabelo todo. Ganando el partido, metiendo todo el codo. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo. Eso. Punto para set, la tensión se respira. El jugador se concentra y suspira. El chat escribe "es" en los comentarios. Mientras yo gano miles de usuarios. Transmisión limpia en alta definición para que lo goces con el corazón. No hay otro canal que te dé esta locura. Juan Sabelo todo. Es pura sabrosura. Juan Sabelo todo. Gracias a mi gente por estar aquí. Cada superchat me hace muy feliz. Raquetas, pelotas, risas y emoción. Haciendo de esto una gran adicción. Prepárate el smash que viene la victoria. Entró en la esquina. Punto, set y match, papá. Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo todo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo. Llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso. Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo todo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo. Llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso, el flow está inmerso. Actívate en el chat con Juan Sabelo todo. Viendo los deportes ganados a mi modo. Llegando a las estrellas con el universo. Tenis intenso.
On the near side, far side, Seal Mendez and Fernando
Estamos aquí
Navarro.
listos para comenzar.
Only 10 minutes here, then men's doubles, 10 minutes, mixed doubles, 10 minutes. But this is going to be a big moment. Carson's going to perch, +2. No, wait.
Y arrancan caliente,
Looks like
Rice, una vez
a little bit of
con la
conversation.
pizarra.
They're going to call quick. Yep. Apologies, because I'm also looking at the ref and I'm a little confused about what's going on.
I thought she touched it.
I thought, okay, so they're saying he touched it. So I thought it was +2. They're saying it's only +1.
Yeah.
We'll see if they review that. Last night they did a review and put an extra point on the board later. So we'll have to revisit that. But both teams staying focused, moving forward. 78-73, Fernando Navarro to serve.
And my eyes here are on Carson Tanguili. She's such an experienced doubles player and knows exactly where to look. She knows how to control the net player almost by how she's moving and make the baseline player really think about where to hit in the
Ustedes
small
vieron ahí lo
margins
que
to
yo le estaba
use.
diciendo anteriormente, ¿verdad? Ustedes vieron como afuera ahora es la línea de afuera, la última.
Mendes steps in,
Están
breaks
jugando
the
en
way she
pareja.
uses that left hand, the backhand. Mendes goes
Buena.
right. They redirect
Buena
down the line
intercepción.
rally.
Vio cómo están
Mendes
jugando
over.
dentro de la otra línea. Y no hay
Still
problema.
up by 2. Navarro, backhand return, gets it in, sneaks into the net. Both players from the freeze rack to net. Is that one going out?
It was. I think it was. And I think she knew it was, but then she wanted to hit it, but she didn't really commit, and that's where the mistake came in.
Briggs is so tough in that backhand corner, but great move by Navarro. She's ready once again, lobs it over her head. Heavy shot, lob right back, swing and volley, attacking with a +2.
That was a tough spot to hit a swinging volley too, so really, really good. Kudos to Sion.
Third time in the last 5 minutes that the Rides have been within 1, and the Freeze have taken that point every time. Fault goes there, Tangwili to serve. Missed poach opportunity, but it's tough when they have that forehand from the inside out position. Navarro in the net, she's coming forward, but she also doesn't look comfortable in there. Just hasn't found her rhythm at the net. Rise within one more time.
And I think Fernanda just gets a little bit nervous in those situations where she just really needs to just be assertive and just go for it. Stay a little closer to the net, go for a little bit more, but Carson is just so good at that net. Her hands are just so good.
Great volley by Briggs, but also a great touch by Mendes to make it only +1. We are tied up.
El papá de ella es
Down the
mexicano.
line, overthought it a little bit, but that's the presence of Mendes with the fakes in the move. Freeze retake the lead, and we're going to take a quick timeout by the Freeze.
This corner here on your return, be aggressive, okay, and then as soon as you see it, rip that forehand and then come forward, okay, and then on the volleys we just got to have that racket out a little bit further in front, okay, and we're thinking just really small swing, okay. Right now it's just coming back here, that's why we're shanking a couple of them, okay. For you, just stay up a little bit taller on that serve, okay, get up there, really stay tall, be aggressive, tie in that core, okay. We've got to hit the serves aggressively, otherwise they're going to crush the returns, so it's okay if we miss a couple. All right, come on, let's go, come on, let's get after it.
Good intense coaching by Pritchard, bringing the energy at a big-time moment as both teams are trying to secure their first place and say, we are the best team in the league. Carly Briggs, Carson Tangwili on the near side. Far side, Fernanda Navarro, Sion Mendes. We've seen no substitutions in doubles just yet. We've seen some solid play from both teams. Navarro to serve here as the Freeze chants starting to go from their sideline. Kuberstein's trying to get it, but man, the Freeze really got the crowd going.
And it's fun when you're in the crowd. You always kind of get behind whoever brings the most energy and whoever is the most fun too. At least I always did as a fan. So it's cool to see kind of the fan experience play out in this format as well.
Navarro running around, going inside in. Briggs so good from that backhand side. Tangwili with the volley. Drop shot ready. Reflex down the line. +2!
Carson Tangwili, that was nasty.
And with that, the Rise have their first lead. Up by 2. Up by 3 now, and all the energy's on the sideline of the Rise. Andrushka's fired up. Most fired up we've seen in the entire season.
And it always comes down to the doubles because those 2-pointers are so, so crucial. But what a return there from Sion. And I like the way she was sneaking in.
Off the back line, Andrushka did not like that call. No matter, they play on. Freeze down 2. Tangwili big forehand, but the response by Mendes. Swinging volley backhand, right at Briggs, could not respond.
And the legs from Mendes, she's staying so low. She's putting in every single ounce of body weight she has.
Navarro with the poach. Oh, she's ready again. Rise up 3. Great move by Navarro, but even better reflexes by Tangwili.
They have to be careful, Team Freeze, when they're poaching, not to go to Tangwili that much. They got to go back to the baseline, or they got to go through the middle because is just so good. What do you
Esa fue
do?
muy buena.
You can't do anything. That's
Le
just
cambió la
way too
dirección a
good
esa
from
bola de
Carson.
una manera expecta.
Rise up 5, biggest
Muy
lead of the
bien.
night. Kick serve up to Mendes.
Mira,
Back
Rice
in.
tiene
She goes
16
aggressive.
en
The
esta
MVP from
a
2025
7.
says I can do
Le
it just
están
like that.
ganando por 9 puntos en esta parte del juego, en esta sesión.
Navarro calmly looks to serve, but Mendes looking ready to take over. Kick to the backhand. Down the line, misses.
Afuera.
Big serve at the forehand.
Debe ser.
Great serve. Another great serve by Navarro, jamming her body forehand, making up for those earlier service faults, finding her rhythm. Tough lefty action. Freeze within 1.
The more Fernanda can set Sion up at the net, the very, very better. And look at that, they're getting so fired up. I like that Sion is kind of leading the team in the sense of really encouraging Fernanda, because Fernanda is a little bit more quiet and reserved.
Another good serve by Navarro, serves in volley. Great volley this time, going right back at her, but too big, it's jammed her in the body. Rise up again by 1. 3.5 minutes remaining before men's doubles. Aggressive backhand, going down the line, block 2!
Carly says, I got it too. It's not just Carson, I got it too.
This time going heavier, trying to go off pace, earns the ball to block 2 the other way!
That's so good. So smart from Sion, because Carson's always going to lean to the middle to really react to those balls. So for Sion to see that opening down the line was really good by her.
Going down the line to presence from Canales, but this is what you want to see in big moments. They're great players, they rise up to the occasion, they raise their level instead of just waiting for their opponents to fold. They just play even better. We're seeing it from both teams, providing a great atmosphere tonight. Rise up by 1, Navarro to serve. Big swing by Briggs, just misses, but that was a wild swing. Mendes bouncing at the net, definitely looking for a poach, looking to impose herself, right at the body forehand. Carson goes down and just too low to the feet to Briggs, tough to volley, the free taking the lead.
Briggs just a little too far back. She just needs to inch her way forward, and that puts more pressure on Freeze too.
Navarro with her 6th fault so far. Under 2 minutes. Falls back, they're trading it. Now with Mendes to serve. You can expect that this serve will go in play. We'll see if she can get it away from the Briggs backhand, because Briggs is just crushing it on that side. Body, forehand, she gets it. Mendes trying to go off pace, which helped last time. And that's the response from Navarro.
Fernanda is so good. What reactions, really good. Way to stay solid and just take a short swing, just put the racket out and the ball will do the work.
Another off pace once again, getting the balls out of the strike zone for Briggs. Freeze up by 2. Coming up in the final minute before men's doubles comes up. Mixed doubles will finish. Time to lead the serve. Good aggressive return. Mendes a little too far back to poach. Missed hit. Could be a point for the rise. Rise within 1. Briggs signals for Canales. Great job through the middle. Block 2.
Wow. Sion is just so good at finding those teeny tiny angles and margins and just squeezing in an incredible ball.
Force the errors from the freeze baseline with her presence closing so hard. A lot of times you see, seen from Mendez and from Navarro, that when the Rise are hitting from the baseline, they cover the line a little bit too much. Tang really closes hard and puts the presence up there, goes for the approach, +2, ties it up, as we gonna get into men's doubles. Both teams, what a performance by both. The offensive mindset as they go into it, just an incredible job. I mean, this men's doubles, this matchup, it's incredible, Maria.
Yeah, and just the way that whoever is able to close the quickest in doubles always prevails and always gets the upper hand. It's good to see us going tied into the men's doubles. Again, it's going to be who makes serves, who makes returns, and who moves at the net. We're going to have some great action coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We are back in Atlanta on a Saturday evening. Big ol' arc here going on between the Rise and the Freeze, all tied up at 98. And Toya Bush-Harris, Paul's partner of the Rise, joining me. And girl, this has gone back and forth, back and forth. How are your emotions doing right about now?
I literally, my heart is racing because I know we have the better team. We've been consistent. Everything is out doing exactly. They're playing our game. We're playing more offense. This is awesome.
Ooh, I like that breakdown there. So what do you do to get rid of the nervous energy? Are you like a jump in place, walk around?
Normally I need a drink, okay? But I can't even leave.
We have those too, you know.
I'm not leaving the court. I'm not leaving it.
So what do you think? Will it come down here to the men's doubles, and of course we still have mixed doubles? What would you like to see from this team that you've gotten to know?
You know what? Honestly, I would like to see this referee right here call the calls that's supposed to be called.
Yeah. Well, he did just give the Rise a point back. So now the Rise guys in front of the Freeze, 99-98, and Toya's very happy about it.
I have to bring him some glasses. What do you need?
All you guys.
As you see right there, they reviewed that volley earlier in the night from Tang Lee, but she hit that short volley. They'd only given them +1, but they reviewed it, and it was a clean winner. It put the Rise up by 1. Now they are up by 2, and they are loving this momentum. King's gonna poach. Garcia gets there, but not good enough. Rise up 3.
Vaya, vaya, mi gente. Tuve que ir a atender.
And if King can move as much as possible at the net, he's so good at doubles. Georgia Tech Hall of Famer, and we see him really exploding out of that formation. It's good to see them also communicating as much as they can, even though they only have 14 seconds in between points.
Backhand winner by Freeze, +2 the other way.
Esa estrategia de jugar adelante es súper peligrosa, o también súper eficiente cuando la saben hacer.
Right now, Raul Garcia, Kevin King, who's going to impose their will the most? Matthew Terry playing some great tennis tonight as he sees the most action. He's bringing the energy that's going to help the Rise get up to the win.
Rise a 4, los Rise todavía siguen arriba. Como ustedes vieron, que yo le dije a todos en el principio del juego, que no se preocupen porque un equipo está perdiendo por 6, por 9, por 15 puntos, porque eventualmente se empata la cosa o se le van adelante y ganan. Y eso está moviendo evidentemente aquí en este juego ahora mismo con Rise, que comenzaron perdiendo y míralo ahora, no están adelante. No fue gran cosa, no, todavía este juego es de cualquier equipo. ¡Ay! ¿Cómo falló esa? Esa fue regalada y se la botó. Esa fue regalada y se la botó, la botó, la botó.
We'll see how big of an impact that's going to have. 3-point swing, could have been 2 for the rise, instead it's 1 for the freeze. Terry, half volley miss hit, Sell stays back. King finds his way forward. Terry drops it low. Sell did not approach good enough, easy to get it down.
The most important thing after approaching is how quickly can you explode, because everything is moving so fast. You got to get up to the net as quickly as possible. And what good hands there from Kevin King, but not good enough for Terry.
Garcia to serve, one of the most difficult serves to return against in doubles with all the action, but King handles it well. Aggressive, now King comes in. Great volley stretch, but too tough. Point for the freeze, tied up one more time.
104-104, mi gente. 5 rise y free 6 en esta sesión. Y acuérdense que queda una sesión. Queda son 2 puntos. 2 puntos.
And I wonder at this stage
Ese es un
in
birdie,
the
mi
night,
gente,
will
que le
Team
subieron
Freeze
ahí.
pick up a little bit of their chirping like we saw last arc?
Buena de vuelta. Se le salió de control. Perdió el control ahí de nuevo.
Just so big, tough to handle. Freeze up by 3. Sell signals to Garcia. Garcia lines up. Up goes the toss. Big into the backhand. Sell goes for the poach. Just missed the sideline. That's as close as it gets. And the Rise going to try to use that now as they're down 2. Just seems like King's struggling to lean in that right side and really push up and forward. Just seems to get a little bit stuck when he tries to serve and volley.
And he's been struggling with it all season, and most of the time the misses are in the net, I've noticed at least. And that just makes me think like he just needs to get a lot more height. Just go up and swing from up there.
Goes for the post, but too good of a return, and Terry
Y afuera.
tried to guide it instead of sticking it.
Qué cosa esta.
Time tonight where he's seen an opening to get a
Están,
+2
ya
and
tú
could
sabes,
not
cometiendo
execute.
muchísimos
That could
errores.
have been 4 points on the board for them. That's tough because we have a timeout here.
Again, when we play Raul, we're looking to find body backhand. Okay? Net player can hold and then maybe line-ish over there, right? He doesn't go that way very often. Once in a blue moon, he's going to fucking laser beam it. So we're looking and be ready for this one over here, right? But the rest of the time, that net person can hold there. When we're playing Carew, we want to serve forehand and we want to hold more this side here and go. Look to go there over there. Force him too big over there on that forehand side. Okay.
Sell and Garcia staying on the court. Cooperstein now going to be in against King. And Cooperstein came in last time with their win. His performances, his coaching, his between the leg winner really helped him in a big moment. Can he do that one more time with first place on the line? 110-105 freeze, jams him in the body, +2.
Otro 2 puntos. Wow, buen golpe por Raúl ahí.
I worry that it was too much information. For me as a player, I think it would have been, especially with all the emotions going on and all the pressures of this moment, I would have been like, okay, wait, who do I serve to body? Who do I serve to T? Where am I going at the net? I think it could have been simplified just a little bit, but he knows his players better than I do.
Going right down the line, King could just only get a racket on it.
Están perdiendo el control, Rice.
The difficulty of doubles, the matchups.
Perdiendo el control, se le fueron adelante por 7
One guy you do
puntos.
this, this guy you do that. With the options of normal I formation, what these players are doing is absolute world class. And Sell just that's another +2, giving a gift back from when Terry was on the court. Very kind of him. Freezer still maintaining a 6-point lead. Much better serve getting up. Gets forward. Sell gets it down low. King responding in the middle. They go down the line, goes forward, off the net. +2.
And Carew saying, not sorry.
I think we got Matthew Terry saying, hey, it should have been only +1 because it hit Cooperseen's foot. I think it happened so fast. I don't even think Cooperseen recognized it hit his foot. It did look like it did. Things are moving fast. Garcia trying to poach. King with there, he's ready.
Buena, esa valió.
Double point of the night. Freeze up by 10. All 4 players ready for everything, but too good by Sell.
Sí, eso es
Inside out
importante.
winner. Serves one more time now to the Cooperseen backhand. He just
Guárdala,
responds
que
well.
me la da.
Both teams going back and forth, but the +2 is going the way of the freeze, and it's helping them. It's that column that is helping them have this lead right now. Other than that, as close as it gets.
Están cogiendo puntos de a mucho freeze, 20 a 9, 11
Keeps it
puntos
back.
le cogieron
Garcia
ahora.
now to serve. King coming up to the net. Big return by Cooperseen, goes right at King, floating volley. Sets it up for Sell.
Team Freeze just absolutely exploding right now. And something that's interesting is that Raul Garcia's grunt just gets louder and louder as the pressure gets more and more intense.
Huge forehand. That's just tough for King to handle with Sell at the net and King all the way in the baseline. Very important for the Freeze to get as big a lead as they can because they know the duo on the other side when it comes to mixed doubles with Carson Tanguy and Kevin King. They need this lead because that duo from the Rise can do so much damage in mixed double. Did not get body backhand on Garcia. He stretched him too much. He's been handling that one well. Got it down low and forced the air. Garcia ready, fast, swinging, going. They keep going at him. They finally get him to miss.
He had 2 hands on the racket there on both sides, just doing anything to get that ball back.
He runs around, huge inside in. Cooperseen able to just get there just to prevent it from being a +2. Freezer up 12 now. Lead slowly continues to increase. Right at the body backhand, that's the jam. That's what Andruska wanted his team to do to Garcia. Garcia does it to the Rise.
And if I remember correctly, last
Ya van
Raul
dos que van
Garcia,
pa' fuera
we
del
heard him
lago.
say in a timeout, I don't even know, I'm not even
Están
doing
perdiendo
anything
el
on my serve,
control,
I'm just
Rise.
kicking it and they have trouble returning it, and we're seeing that happening again tonight.
Going out wide to the Sell forehand. First time he goes out there, great mix-up point by the Rise. To the body backhand, that's the +2 the Rise been looking for. That's a serve they've been looking for, and that's a volley winner they've been needing. Within 9, final 55 seconds. Will the Rise get this closer? And even ace! King feeling his serve now. And he's feeling it, tries to go big one more time. Sell's turn to serve. Can they find Cooperseen's body backhand one more time? Garcia ready, body backhand, poach, did not do well enough. Back into the cross-court rally, Garcia's ready, goes back at Cooperseen. Did not take the opening in the middle.
Garcia got so close to the net there, he almost touched the net.
Final 7 seconds. Cooperseen goes for it. In the force down the line, and he's gonna miss it wide, and the Rise, just within the freeze, they got within 12. What a great championship response by the Rise with first place on the line. Incredible performance by both teams. They get ready, and it's gonna come down to mixed doubles, Maria.
And I like the way Rise really picked up
Aumentando la grada encendida, esta transmisión te cambia la vida. El ritmo se pone tenso, aplausos del público al fondo marcando el tempo. Raqueta lista, la bola en el aire, en este directo no se duerme nadie. Cruza la cancha, pégale fuerte, mira mi pantalla y corre con suerte. Tenis intenso con JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. La bola viene rápida, a ver quién la soporte. El mejor streaming JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. Aquí el punto es mío aunque tú te comportes. Deportes, 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 estilo rápido y divertido sobre las locuras del nuevo formato.
Espérate, espérate que acaba de pasar. El juez de línea se puso a bailar. El jugador falló y tiró la raqueta y la bola le pegó al que vende la paleta. Yo sigo narrando con clase y estilo, metiendo comedia, ganando sigilo. Si buscas acción y jugadas de altura, con este formato la cancha madura, gozando con toda la gente en la red. Aquí se divierte hasta tu merced. Cruzando galaxias con JuanSabeloTodoUniverso, rompiendo las redes, metiéndole el verso. La bola no para, JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. El rey de la cancha, el impacto es inmenso. Universo, 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 let's go. Universo, universo, let's go.
La grada grita, las tías suspiran cuando ven las pelotas que casi ni miran. Efecto cortado, jugada maestra, el público salta y su apoyo demuestra.
Yo río, yo grito, me quedo sin aliento. Con este formato no hay aburrimiento. Mi marca es la clave, mi marca es el sello. Ponte los audífonos y siente el destello. ¿Quién es el que sabe? JuanSabeloTodo. El dueño del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. Ganando el partido y metiendo todo el codo. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo. Eso. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo. Eso. ¿Quién es el que sabe? JuanSabeloTodo. Sábelo todo. El dueño del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. Ganando el partido y metiendo todo el codo. Sábelo todo, sábelo todo, sábelo todo. El dueño del tenis haciéndolo a mi modo. Búscame en vivo, JuanSabeloTodoUniverso. Ganando el partido y metiendo todo el codo.
Punto para set, la tensión se respira, el jugador se concentra.
So that is the third big miss from the Rise in a huge moment in time. And just what a time for it, 125, 119. But Kevin King going big right at Mendez. She couldn't connect on the center. Rise within 5. Will those big misses by the Rise matter with first place on the line when this is all said and done? 9 minutes to determine who's going to take the leaderboard. Timely serve to Mendez. Mendez goes deep. Sell's going to come into the net, but Mendez is going to hang back there, going to look to drill some backhands. Forehand over hits the presence of Kevin King. Going down the middle there. Self cannot let that ball go down the middle. He knows that King is going to completely take away all the angles by Mendez. And to an extent, I like what Mendez did. Just absolutely go for it. Do not, it's rather miss than give King the +2. Free still up by 5.
I think a good play there is also just to lob JY, just to really throw it up and change up that rhythm.
Kindly approaches come in. King with the +2 off the body of Freeze, only +1. But then it's going to be a point for the Rise. Freeze up 4. King to serve. This is the difficult matchup now. King serving, Tangulik poaching. Big in the body. Cell runs around, but did not get the poach. And King again, 2 balls going straight down the middle of the court. That should have been Tangulik. I think the first one should have been a poach. Garcia's going to come in for Cell with a freeze up 5.
Usually forehand volley takes the middle, and here with the lefty and a righty both have the forehand volley. I just think it's about who's in position better, and usually the person that's not moving needs to take the ball.
Look how King took the middle there and helped his team out, extend this rally. Tangulik going cross court with Garcia. King trying to help out, going right at Mendez. King went for the poach. Mendez ready again. What a point by all 4. King just trusted his instincts, went to the middle. Mendez, fortunate, caught it a little bit late, went behind King, and the spin around defense by King just to extend it. Too good of a point. Garcia down the line to Tangulik. They are now up 7. Good kick there. Garcia backhand driving through, redirected Mendez. King ready. Good job. Look at the way he closes the middle. As soon as that ball goes line, he squeezes middle every single time. Textbook doubles.
He does, and the second he finishes his first volley, he's ready for that second volley because everything is coming back so fast at him.
So goes right at King. He's so close, he gets it in. Stretches out wide, lob down the line. Mendes there, goes cross court, but King goes for the volley. And that is another one. Oh, the amount of misses. This could easily be the 8-point swing, and Rise have a 7-point lead. This is tough. Can they handle that and get back? There's enough time on the clock, but that's one way to do it. Could not have come at a better time. King to serve. Big into the Mendes forehand. Too tough to handle, within 4.
The more that Carson can use that down the line, the better. They're really running down this clock.
Formation. Canales got to be ready to take it. And went to that line. We saw in the week 1, the first arc, how many times Kevin missed that serve. It's a serve that comes and goes. He had that opportunity, had the opening, just couldn't execute. Garcia to serve with the freeze up 5. What a return by Tanguy. King's gonna poach. That, you know, I love the commitment, but just couldn't get there in time.
And just a couple of these, if King would have made, it would have been such a different ball game here tonight.
Garcia down the line, but Tanguy ready, forces the air. Big fist pump looking right at Garcia. Sell's now going to take the spot of Garcia.
And it's really just a couple points here, and then they're off. Garcia, then Carew, then Garcia, then Carew. And here's the timeout. Even more of a momentum shift.
Nos dieron un tiempo pausa.
If you keep on taking it early and just go really hard through the middle with it, okay? Do the best you can with it, go hard through the middle, okay? Don't worry about the net player there. Carew's got your back. Yeah, if you can. Okay. But guys, we've got 5 minutes left in this bowl. This is what we were hoping for, right? We wanted a close match. We wanted a close match. Let's fucking get it, okay? Come on, let's go.
You guys are doing great. I back you guys over these guys all day long, right? Just let it happen. Stop forcing this thing over here. She's returning brilliantly when the other guy serves over there, right? He's like throwing like this lady's kick into her. She's gunning it there. We can be big over there, okay?
Big time coaching in a big time moment. First place on the line, frees up by 5. Both teams completely fired up. Carson Tanguy with Kevin King on the court on the near side. Carew, Celcio, Mendes on the far side. Who will be in first place in 5 minutes? In the presence of Kevin King one more time, forcing errors. Carson is served to Cell. Stretches them wide, forehand goes deep cross. Mendes with the poach. Taps Kevin King. Still only 1, but a big momentum right now. Up 5.
And what Coach Anderson says to King is so accurate. Do not force the volleys. Just make them. That's all he has to do. He doesn't have to do anything fancy. He just has to make them. Great overhead there.
Rise, only down 3. I formation. Carson down low. Kick into the body. Jams it. Point for the Rise. Now within 2. I formation one more time. King goes up. Body forehand. Gets it down low. King gets it in. Goes down the line. Carson ready. And then Caruso with the defense. And the 2 the other way.
Whoa!
Quick substitution. Garcia going to take the spot of Cell. And just sometimes the reflexes, the instincts of just doing whatever you can to put it back in play. Unfortunately, it gives that 2 opportunities. King with the return to Garcia. Garcia goes down the line, but Tanguy gets ready for everything that they're throwing at him. King goes middle to Sion. Just long, point for the Rise. Under 4 minutes here, both teams battling hard.
And JY, why do you think we're seeing all of these substitutions? Cell is back in again.
I think they're just throwing the kitchen sink. They got a great duo going up against them. They do not want to get in the rhythm. +2 by King. The poach, the move, within 1.
Ahí está, un punto de empatar el juego. Esto ha sido una competencia increíble en este día de hoy.
Not afraid to go right at him again. That's a champion. That's an MVP.
Esa ahí.
Mendes to serve the King.
And that's how you keep him
Ha
honest.
sido
That's
una
how you stop
tremenda
him from moving, or
competencia.
at least just counter
Y
punch
Ray
that
está
movement, just go
perdiendo por 2
right at him.
punticos.
Down the line,
Vamos a
Carson.
ver lo que
makes the
sucede
volley
aquí.
just
¡Ay,
as
ay!
he
Es un birdie. Ah, la tiró para
Back and
afuera.
forth we go.
Ok, por un punto de nuevo.
Andruska saying,
La verdad que todos los equipos están ahí. A pie y
Mendes,
pie.
can she come up with another big return? Stretches out wide. Carson ready again. King comes forward. Trying to go down the line, but
Afuera.
we are now tied.
Y se ha empatado esta jugada. 36 a 1:36. Vamos a ver lo que sucede aquí.
Interesting moment to call
Recuerden que
timeout
esta
with
es la última
all the
jugada del
momentum
día
he wants to
de esta
gather.
jugada.
Let's see
A ver
if
quién
there's
gana
any
de
reason
los
why he
equipos.
wanted to do that.
Y recuerden que de ahí no vamos para el bolseo.
More aggressive, okay? Who's going to be more aggressive at the right times up at that net, okay? We keep on playing our game. Trust your tennis here, okay? Come on, let's pull it up. Let's go. Come on. Ready? Come on, let's go.
Brave here, right? Okay, we played fucking like hour, 2 hours of tennis. A hint brave here, let's go.
You call the timeout.
I call the timeout.
Let's see how brave they will be. They've been fighting all the way back, showing the championship spirit. They have tied it up. It looks like Andruska just wanted his team to catch a breath. There's our fast format. It becomes a big-time sprint. And with King, with that big serve, you keep him fresh. It's really tough to return. He tosses it up. He goes for it. Sell gets it down low. Too tough. Freeze with the 1-point lead. Garcia looking with the switch. And I think this back and forth switch we're seeing is the effectiveness of the Garcia serve. Anytime it's a men's turn to serve, they want Garcia in there. Sets up the forehand, going right at Carson. She's going to miss-hit it. 2-point lead for the freeze. You have to question that timeout now.
That's a very good point, JY. He really wants to have Garcia serving because his serve just kicks up so much. It gives Sion a lot more space at the net to go for that poach.
Going right 3 points in a row the other way since that timeout. 2 minutes remaining.
3 errores, uno atrás del otro.
Mendes
Ese
signals to
timeout
Garcia.
vino a mala hora porque ellos estaban calientes. Ese timeout
Big
vino a
kick
mala
out
hora.
wide. Carson,
Le dañó
good
el
deep
juego
return.
ahí.
King's presence at the net. Forces the air. Rise. Their turn to serve. Minute and a half. No time for mistakes at this point.
No sé para qué pidieron un timeout cuando ellos estaban recuperando los puntos y
Fake in the move
empataron
to
el juego.
sell. Overthought it
Ese
into the
timeout
net.
vino a más
King
juego.
once again the impact
El
he can
entrenador ahí
have
fracasó.
without the ball. Down by 1.
1:39 a 1:38 a favor de
Tremendous
Freeze.
forehand. King is ready. Miss hits it over.
Muy buena, esos son 2
Take
puntos.
the lead.
Cogieron adelante ahora 1:40 a 1:39.
Carson one more time at the body of Mendes. And Mendes with the MVP response. Freeze up
Esos
by
fueron 2
1.
puntos por si
Minute
acaso,
remaining.
mi
Third
gente.
place on the line.
Y ahora cogieron el adelanto por 1 punto los Freeze.
Kick out wide. Carson cross court. King looking to make an impact. And Carson
Muy duro, la
the
sacó.
first one she's lost control on.
A lo
Freeze up
largo.
by 2 with the serve.
Está
Garcia
perdiendo por 2 con
set.
44 segundos en el reloj. Esto se ha puesto ahora caliente.
Goes deep cross court. Great return. King to
Por
serve.
un tanto
This is
con 30 segundos en el reloj. Vamos a ver lo que sucede aquí. 25 segundos en el reloj.
King big into the body. Mendes gets it to the King's volley. Down the line.
Y empataron el juego, se empató el juego. Vamos a ver que lo que falta ahora mismo son 14 segundos en el reloj. Vamos a ver.
Carson signals to King. King tosses up. Big to the nut. Forehand. And she misses it in the free throw.
Anda, perdieron por eso. Las Rice perdieron por eso.
The Rise with the incredible effort to stay in it.
Eso fue increíble.
On their hands.
Mira cómo va con la carota. Tiene que tener la carota. Se puso nerviosa. Quería coger ese punto tan asegurado ahí. Nada más darle un golpecito para arriba de él. La dañó.
We've seen the Rise miss so many of those, at least 4 of those tonight, where they were on top of the net and they end up losing by 1.
Wow, qué error.
What a night by both teams as we look at tonight.
Ahí no se coge chance así. Cuando tú estás así, que ya tú estás ahí, cualquiera que meta la bola se gana. Tú tienes que asegurar que esa bola coja para el otro lado. Eso fue un riesgo que ella cogió ahí innecesario y le causó el juego al equipo. Eso fue un gran error ahí. Pero con eso dicho, ustedes saben que no puedo calentar mucho aquí la vaina. Ya pasó, vieron que ganaron los frees. Gracias por su atención aquí, gracias por su visita. Recuérdense, si están viendo esta transmisión
Incredible moment as we look at tonight's Solaris locking plays. These two teams just going absolutely back at it, just going down to the wire. First place on the line. When it just came down to it, Garcia doing a great job one more time for his